Mic check 1 2, you hear me? 144 back again. Run it back. Yeah. It's time to leave the enemy desolate. I'm heaven sent. These niggas just on some extra shit, and I ain't impressed with it. Could you kick that bullshit to the left of it? Hey, look, you can't deny this excellence. I use this mic like weaponry, and I've been seeking more clarity. Right now, I'm ready as I'll ever be, rugged as I ever been. The devil knocking at my door, I'ma let him in. Cause I'm a worthy adversary. Pour them liqueur laced with rosemary. It's time to grind, ain't no time to tarry. Take one of mine, get your soul carried. I got them worried, plus these niggas full of estrogen. They fickle, they false. Got a big ball, so end up in the real issue. Fuck with my brethren, I deal with you. Yeah, look, it's getting real official. Seeing how them bitches can cross you, and how they still twist you. It'll hit you, then peel a tissue. Them others weak, my brother's been sent to the deep. So tell me, how can I turn the other cheek while this wicked world trying to smother me? Something gotta shake, I'm gonna cry it out. Time to gird up my loins and ride out. In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't want to see no more desolation. I said I don't want to see no more. Hey, in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. Out my door, death is waiting. But I don't want to see no more desolation. But I don't want to see no more.
Beat the cops, beat the ops, beat the motherfucking eyes. I'm the one. Why you think that I've been rolling with a Kai? Your little arms is too short to hotbox with God. French is long, team strong with them. A gun, die would die. Tired of these fake snakes, crooked Nates who oppress Jake. No pressure makes diamonds I won't break on this crooked landscape. We gon' make some shake, so I ain't got time to argue with you fucking reprobates. While these crackers getting richer when we raise the crime rate, and they hunt my people like gorillas and some primates. So we in these streets trying to raise a brother's mind state in every concrete jungle, from Cali to the tri-state. I buried brothers over beef that they couldn't squash. Blood in the streets, brains out like galosh. I trust the cracker when I mix that squash. You listening to real niggas, dog, who can't be bought. Whoa. Why you think I go so hard? Cause this world's fucked up, nigga, I've been scarred. PTSD, brothers can't drop their guard. Every day some bullshit, you gotta weave and vibe. It's no facade, so every day I'm on my job. It's time to send these devils to the land of Nod. Cause when I lost my religion, that's when I found God. So when I lost my religion, nigga, I found God.
In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't want to see no more desolation. I said I don't want to see no more. Hey, in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't want to see no more desolation. And I don't want to see no more. All right, we are going to begin. All right, so once again, this is the Sabbath ISUPK Saturday Sabbath service, right? Priest and Officer 50 resigned, hold it down today, and we're gonna get into. We're gonna be in the book of Jeremiah, the 17th chapter today, breaking down, the sins of Israel. And who you can trust and who you can't trust in this world. That's what this class is going to be today. We'll be mostly out of Jeremiah. Like I said, we got some scriptures we're gonna go to, of course, some precepts we got for y'all for the day. As you know, the precepts are for learning purposes, right? The Bible teaches itself. You know what I mean? You need clarification about something you're reading the Bible. I guarantee you'll find that clarification within the Bible. the whole point of the precepts. And so, like we said, we're not going to waste too much time. We'll get into it. And as always, you know what I'm saying, for those who don't know, first time watching at home, we do our prayers first, and we do our prayers at the beginning, end of the service. We're going to do them in Hebrew and in English. If you're at home, you know, you make sure that you're turning facing the east. You don't know where east is at in your home. The phones today, they have a compass on them. Use your compass to find where the east is at in your particular home. All right. So at that, listen, I'm not gonna waste too much time. We'll go ahead and get started. So Amaju means to stand. Upon your hakadam is to turn and face the east. Yes. That way, yes. That way. All right. With that, we're going to start first with the Lord's Prayer. All right. Abanawa, Shabashamaya, Kodash, Haya, Shimka, Yahweh, Blawaka, Taba'a, Matazaka, Haya, Aishad, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamaya, Thalanawa, Nakan, Call, Yawan, Masalaknawa, Kabwatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabwatkinawa, Wala, Tabianawa, Banasaya one, a ball, Hawashayanawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwa, Wa'al, Wata Para, Laiwalangu, Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Yakat, the power in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai, Baba Kashai, Badan al Hakat, Hakat Rapa'ah, Kal, Makalah, Wakal, it's like Wakal, Madawat, Hakat Latahar, Hamat Azariah, Hakat, Blakoyam, Hamathmi, Hakat, Al Karwat, Hatama'ala, Lagar Shan, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water of man. In English, Yahweh, your name Yahushai, please give us the power. The power to heal all manner of sickness, no manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. Name Yahushai. Thank you, so be it. All right. Bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahushai. Barak Lanawa. Wayashar Allah. Waha. Bayah. Taparyum. Barak. Ba'ashem Yahushai. The water of man. All right, in English. Lord, in the name of Jesus, bless us in Israel, in the school, in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it. Psalms 121 in Hebrew. Ash'ah, Al-Yanya, Al-Haharyum, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shamayam, Wa'aratazah, Ayathan, Namawat, Wagalka, Aya Nawam, Shamarka, Zaka, Aya, Yamyaka, Yamam, Asamash, La'a, Lakaka, Ilah,
Yahweh. That's Shamarka. Makar Rai. That's Shamar. After the Pashka. Yahweh. That's Shamar. Taza After. Bababa Aka. Ma'aita. I will not. All right, in English. I'll lift my eyes unto the hills. For whence cometh my help? Help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel, sometimes I slumber nor sleep. The Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in. From this time forth, even forevermore. All right, Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Ah. Dami Alakah. Ah Takarash. Ah Tashakwat. Ah. Kayahana. Wayabika. Yahma. Yawan. Ra'ash. Al Imaka. Yaira Yumwa. Sawada. Slaka. Wayata. Yatazawa. Altatapawanika. Amarwa. Lakawa. Wanakap Kidam. Magalia. Wala'a. Yazakar. Shom Yasher Allah. Iwada. Kaya. Nawaitazawa. Laba. The Katwood. Ayaka. Baryath. Yakarath. Ahaya. Arawam. Wayash Ma'alia. Mawa'aba. Wahagarium. Gabal. Waimawan. Waimalak. Palashath. Am Yeshabia. Tazawar. Gam Ashawar. Nalawa. Imam. Hayawa. Zarawai. Labanyan Lawat. Salah. Aisha. Laham. Kamadin. Kasaya. Sarah. Hayawa. Dama. La'adama. Shaitamwa. Nada. Yamawa. Ka'ira. Kazabu. Kazabak. Kazazar. Manai. Ka. Nasai Kamwa. Ashar. Amarwa. It's like Nayara Ash. It's like Naya. Rasha. Lanawa. Na'awa. Alahaya. Shaytamwa. Kagagala. Kakwash. The Punya Raka. Ka'ash. Taba'ira. Ya'ira. Wakal Haba. Talahat. Haryam. Khan. Tharadatma. Basa Iraka. Babasa. Wapatka. Tabahalam. Mala'ah. Panyaham. Palawan. Waya. Bakashwa. Shimka. Yahawah. Yabashwa. Waya. Bahawa. Ajai. Waya Kaparwa. Waya Abadwa. Waya the Iowa. Kaya. Ata. Shimka. Yahawah. Abatka. Ayawan. Alka. Ha'aratazah. All right, Psalm 33 in English. Keep not thy silence, O God.
Keep not thy silence, O God.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God.
Be not still, O God.
For lo,
For lo,
thy enemies make a tumult.
thy enemies make a tumult.
They that hate thee
And they that hate thee
have lifted up the head.
have lifted up the head.
They take crafty counsel against thy people.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
Come,
let us cut them off from being a nation.
let us cut them off from being a nation.
In the name of Yasharallah,
Let the name of Yahshua
there be no more remembrance.
be no more remembrance.
So they consulted together with one consent.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
Confederate against
The tabernacles of Edom,
tabernacles of Edom,
and the Ishmaelites,
the Israelites,
of Moab,
Moab,
and the Hagarenes,
the Hagarenes,
the Baal,
Moab,
and Ammon,
and
and Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines, the inhabitants of Tyre. So also is joint with them. Their hope in the children of Lot. It's a lot. Do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, the brook of Kisan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. And the nobles like Oreb, and like Zeir, yea, or the princes of Sabbath, and now Zalmunna, who said, let's take to ourselves houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, as the flame set the mountains on fire, to persecute them with thy tempest, make them afraid with thy storm, fill their faces with shame, they may seek thy name. O Lord, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let me put to shame and perish. Let me know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, at the most high of all the earth. All right, got the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Mike Allah? Why Allahayim? Zabi'ah? Alawap Yahana. Ha Alawapim. Ha Saranyim. Wakat Zayayim. Hakar Yayim. Wak Watim. Yahweh. Bashim Yahweh Shai. The Wad Aman. Blessing in English. Bless you, Yahweh. And Yahweh Shai. And Michael. And the angels. Commanding General Yohanan. The generals. The captains. The officers. The troopers. And the sisters. Yahweh. Name Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. Sorry, why shopping? You can turn and be seated. Like, sir, give me water. Yeah. Oh, right there. Oh, coach. Okay. All right, go on. All right. So, like I said, we are in Jeremiah, the 17th chapter, right? So, those that are new to the Sabbath service and online and in the building, we always read 7 verses in the Hebrew. We're going to break it down in the English. Like I said, this chapter is about Israel being disobedient, right? And how are we going to get that? How do you come out of being disobedient? How do we get back? How do you obtain salvation, right? All your life, you heard that salvation is for everybody. I always ask a preacher to show me the exact verse was for everybody. They always go to John 3:16, not knowing that in context, Jesus, that's the name everybody knows, is talking to another Judite, or I won't say Judite, but he's an Israelite that he's talking to. And once again, we have to also understand that we read throughout the Bible, it's always talking about Judah and Israel. Who Judah and Israel? For us, I don't know. Judah is Judah. It's technically it's a tribe of Israel, right? It's one of the 12 tribes. If you're a Negro, you're a descendant of a Judah. You're descendants of Judah. If you're like Israel in the name, it's supposed to be for all the tribes because you come from a man named Israel, whose name was first Jacob. So he got his name after wrestling an angel. In Israel, you don't know, in the ancient Hebrew, is Yasharallah, which means prince of the power. So if you're Israelite, that means you are a prince or princess of the power. It means you are a child of the Most High. That's who we are. That's who he put his name on. It's not Yisrael. It's not whatever. You see somebody with the title, the name, the word Yisrael in their title, they don't know ancient Hebrew. They're going by what the so-called Jewish man says today in that Yiddish, right? So Israel, we talk about Israel and Judah. Israel is talking about the northern kingdom. Northern kingdom, you gotta know, consists of the other 10 tribes. Ephraim, Issachar, Manasseh, Rabban, all of them. Judah. You're talking about it, especially in the in the New Testament, you read it, it consisted of Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Of course, you have some members that went with the other tribes. You do. You have some members of the other tribe that stayed over there in that region during the time of Christ. You know, as there was she was an Ashurite woman that was still there in Samaria, which means that she is an actual descendant of Israel. And so, what we're reading today is that we lost our position because of our disobedience to the Most High. And when we begin to gain it back, it's through obedience to the Most High. I mean, doing everything He says, not by what you think and what you like, right? The God, our Father, right? The Most High is like all fathers, right? When He sets a rule in the house, your feelings don't matter. What matters is you follow the rule that was given to you. The earth is the Most High's house, so He expects His children, the one He gave His laws to follow His laws. It's like if I was to tell my son, be in the house before, like, when you see our street lights come on, come in the house. My son stays out past those street lights being on, and I gotta go outside and give him a whipping. Then, you know, what's he gonna say? The other kids are still outside. Those not my children. You know, so those not my kids. I don't, you know, what I'm saying, the parents that deal with them, how they deal with them. Those other countries, other races in the earth, those other nations, they have their gods that they worship. They're all false gods. They're fake gods, but they deal under them, right? So let them do and believe what they want to believe. But you, as a child, as a son and a daughter of the Most High, you cannot do what you want to do in this earth. You got to do and say what the Most High says. I know it's tough. A lot of people, you got to give up pork, you got to give up tuna, catfish. I know it's hard for a lot of people, but you got to give it up. You got to do what your Father says. Salvation only comes. You get salvation through obedience, right? The Most High is all about being throughout the whole Bible, from Genesis to Revelations. It's all about obedience. You don't get the kingdom unless you're obedient, right? You don't get the kingdom otherwise. And for everything that kingdom gonna be equality, you're wrong. There is no equality in the kingdom of heaven. If you don't believe me, I can bring it out later and show you. People think that you're gonna be in kingdom, everybody's gonna be the same, everybody's gonna be equal. There's no one in the Bible teach that we're all gonna be equal in the kingdom of heaven. Even if you're an Israelite, there's gonna be some of us gonna be up here, some of us are gonna be in the middle, some of us are gonna be down here. Where you at on that rung is all determined upon you. Are you going to obey your Father or you're not? Like I said, we're going to get into it. So I'm reading the first 7 verses in the Hebrew. If they say we're in Jeremiah, the 17th chapter. Once I done with those first 7 verses, then we're going to break it down in the English. All right. Do you need a Bible? Chance. Yeah. Slack, sir. Can you get the sister a Bible? Bible, Kasha? That just means please. I'm not gonna need that. Let me double check. I don't think I need the pocket for today. I'll tell you just in case, though. Constantly, yeah. All right, so I'm gonna get into it. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, in the Hebrew.
The Hebrew?
So I'll start the Hebrew first. It was in the Hebrew. Kata Ata, Yahawada, Ban, Slakin, Batawaha, Slakin, Batawadha, Ba'ata, Bara, Slakin, Barazal, Batazar, Perka, Shamyar, Kara, Wat, Kara, Wa, Shah.
What chapter of this?
We're in the 17th chapter of Jeremiah.
Oh, you in Jeremiah?
Yeah, it's like Jeremiah, you're in the 17th chapter. Starting at the first verse when I go into the English.
Oh, my bad.
Okay. All right. Wala Quarab Quran Rath Mazah sorry Mawa Ba Bakarat Yakam Kawab sorry Kawa Bar sorry Bara Bar Bana it's like Banyahum let's see Mawad it's like it's, let me just read it in this one it's like it. I'm reading the Hebrew first. Yeah. I started in the first verse. Yeah. That where I'll show you the app you can get later that has the Hebrew. Like yeah, just that's what they got a Syrian there is confusing. It's like that's what I thought. Yeah, verse 2. Kara Kaza Kaza Kar the Quran. Yeah, Kaza Kar Bun Yahum Mabad Mazah Baka Watam Wala'a. It's like Wa Ashar Yahum Al Aitaza Wa Ain Nan. Verse 3. Haraya that's like Bashar Bashada Kayakar Kayalak Call Awataza Rawat Yaka Labat Labaza. What's it like? It's like a Labas Athan. Verse 4. Wayad Washam it's like Washamat Ta Waban. It's like a Wabak Manak Lataka. It's like a Manat Kataka Mata Malak. It's like Manaka Lat Ka Ashar Nataya Laka Waha Ibath Abathayaka Ath Wayab Yaka Ba'arataza Ashar La'a Yada'ata. Verse 5. Ka Amar Yahweh Arad Arawar Hagabar Ashar Yabatak Ba'adam Washam Bashar Zerai Wa. One Wa. It's like a Waman Yahweh Yasawar Labawa. Verse 6. Yahweh, Kaya, Kai, Ra'ira, it's like it. Kaya, Rab, I, Ba'ai, Rab, Ha, it's like it. Ba'ai, Rabah, Wala'a, Ba'yara, Yara'a, Kaya, Jabawa, Tawab, Washan, Washakan, Karayam, Karayam, Ba, Bama, Bama Dabar, uh, Aratazan, Malaka, Malaka, Wala'a, Tashab, Jobs, Sa. All right, verse 7. Bara, Waka, Hagabar, Ashar, Yaba, Yabata, Yabatak, Ba Yahweh, Wa Yahweh, second, Ba Yahweh, Ba Yahweh, Wa Yahweh, Wa Haya, Yahweh, Maba Tak, Ba Tak Wa. All right, that was the first 7 verses in the Hebrew. All right, so we're going to go into the English. Right. All right. So, like we said before, you know what I'm saying, we're going to be, as we go through this, we're going to bring out some precepts as we go through this in English to get better understanding what the scriptures are saying. You know, people better understand what everything is saying. Like I said, this is first talking about the sin of Israel, right? You hear it say Judah. Just know in this context, Judah is representing all of Israel, right? Sometimes it does that. You know, sometimes they'll use Judah as representation for everybody. And the reason that being, right, is that our king comes out of Judah. You know what I'm saying? Those you know that know, when Christ is on the scene, Christ is the tribe of Judah. Why is that? Because Christ is Joseph was from the tribe of Judah. No, our king had to come out of King David's line. King David was a Judite. All right? Just so that it's clear understanding. Just so that there's clear and understanding of that. So here we go. We're in Jeremiah, the 17th chapter, the first verse in the English. The sin of Judah is written with a pen of iron and with the point of a diamond. It's graven upon the table of their heart and upon the horn of their altars. Right? So the pen of iron and the point of diamond, right? These are both hard objects, right? It's not easy to make a pen out of iron. That's I'm supposed to holding it, and the point is of a diamond. Those are no diamonds have very sharp points. You know what I'm saying? You can they have diamond tips so they can help engrave things. They're not using not using lasers or as such, but in this time they would definitely use the point of a diamond to help engrave in stones. You know what I'm saying? Tablets at this time were made of stones. Inside the tablet of your heart, that stone that's in your heart, your heart is rough. You know what I'm saying? It's hardened against the Most High. So you gotta, be able to loosen that up. All right, and just to give you an example of that, we're gonna hold Jeremiah the 17th chapter. Right, we're gonna jump real quick to Isaiah. So Isaiah 13. I'm gonna start at verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel, both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate. And he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it. Right. So this is you say this was during this time as well as Isaiah. Remember Isaiah and Jeremiah, all the time of the Babylonian captivity. They have gone captivity into Babylon. Not only that, but this is speaking of future times too. The scriptures in the Bible, the prophecies are manifold, meaning they happen multiple times over. If we go into captivity multiple times throughout our existence. This is another one where Most High's wrath would be with Israel. He's gonna put us out of our land, out of his anger. So this is what happened to us. You go to 70 AD, right, when the Romans, ran, saying the Israelites out of Israel. Where did they go? The majority of them went to West Coast Africa. That's how we ended up here. We ran out of our homeland, right? He said he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it, which means he's getting rid of all the sinners out of Israel. Now, did that mean that everybody in Israel was sinning? No, you had people that were keeping the law, but the way the Most High operates is that we are a collective. If you ain't do what you're supposed to do, we all hurt. A prime example of this is in the book of Joshua, when one of the soldiers was told, we were told we went to go take a city. Do not take anything from out of the city. All the silver and gold are supposed to be given to the treasury. But anything else, you don't take no sheep, you don't take no garment, you don't take no money. Leave all of that there. One man took gold and garments and things like that. And then when the next battle came, 36 men of ours were killed in battle, and we were running scared from people that we knew that we could destroy any other day. Why did that happen? Because the Most High was angry because somebody disobeyed. So now out of that disobedience from one man, 36 plus people had to die. Means what? Means that just our obedience as a whole is necessary, not just saying one person here, one person there keep it. We all got to keep it. We all supposed to keep his statutes and commandments, right? We all anything the Most High says we do. But if there's a buts about it. There was a time where there was a brother who had a heathen wife, and the Most High said, y'all can keep losing again because one of y'all have married a heathen. That man, his heathen wife had to be put to death. You know what I'm saying? And why? So for those who don't know why the Most High is harsh like this, it's so that way you can get the evil out of Israel. It is a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not only a consequence, but to show you what will happen. Right? It's a deterrent. So that way this is so bad that I know it's supposed to make you see this happen to somebody, and you go. Okay, you're back. Went back. It's like went back. All right, but keep reading. Still Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12. No, it's like verse 10. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened in his going forth. The moon shall not cause her light to shine. This is representing knowledge and wisdom. That's what the sun and the moon represents in this case. The sun representing the knowledge. The moon representing wisdom. The sun shall be darkened and is going forth. That means that our knowledge should be going forth. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to have the knowledge that we had back then. And what is one of that? What is that knowledge? Who we are as a people is part of that knowledge. We forget who we are as a people, and what our culture was. So we have adopted other people's cultures and lifestyles. And so we've adopted Islam, we adopted Christianity, Buddhism, Hinduism, metaphysics, Egyptology. All these things we have adopted because we don't longer have the sun is supposed to guide you during the day. That's that knowledge. And the moon is supposed to give you the moon is representing the wisdom. It means our people don't have the same wisdom we once held. And what's the wisdom? The wisdom is this right here. It's the Bible. That wisdom is gone from us. We don't have that same light that's shining upon us. But that's not forever though, because it's back now. All you gotta do is you come into the ISUPK is follow that light. You know what I'm saying? Follow the path that we set forth, that the Most High has set forth for us. And we will you'll have that same wisdom again. All right, verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity. And I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and lay low the haughtiness of the terrible. Right? So it's going to come a time where the world's going to be punished. You know what I'm saying? We've had our time of punishment. We have. You know what I'm saying? Our time of punishment has came and it has went. And now it's time for the world to have their punishment who done wrong against us. A lot of people think it's just our oppressor that have done wrong against us, but the Hamites have done wrong against us. You know what I'm saying? They were the ones who captured us and sold us to our oppressors. You know what I'm saying? The Arabs, we were at one point in time under slavery under the Arabs. You know what I'm saying? Under Moab as well. We were back in the book of Judges. You know, and Ammon, we've gone to war with the Japanese. We've been wronged by a lot of people in this world. And the Most High has not forgotten. He will get he will get his get back. All right, that's it for that. We're going to jump back to Jeremiah 17. So Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah, chapter 17, in verse verse 2. While the children remember their altars and their grooves by the green trees upon the high hills, O my mountain in Israel, O my mountain in the field, I will give thy substance and all thy treasures to the spoil, in thy high places for sin, throughout all thy borders. And even thou, even thyself, shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. And I will cause thee to serve thine enemies in a land which thou knowest not. For ye have kindled a fire in mine anger, which shall burn forever. All right, so in the mountain, right? The mountain is the mountain represents government in Hebrew. So the government that he had that was in Jerusalem, we no longer have. All the church is given to the spoil. Those are spoils. Those are beneath us. Spoil means something that is destroyed. You know, so you don't want something to be spoiled. Right? You like think about a spoiled fruit, right? Do you eat a spoiled fruit because it's rotten? It's nasty. It's no good anymore. Same thing with this. The spoil was given to those who are beneath us. Oh, is he okay? Yeah, kids stumble and fall. Yeah. So the church is given to the spoil, right? It's given to the rotten, to the worst of us, and to our enemies. You know what I'm saying? And like, let me continue. The high places for sin throughout all their borders. Remember, you know what those are those sin is. Sin is transgression of the law. So our high place is given to people who transgress our laws, who do evil to our law, who don't follow the laws. This is like having what's what I'm looking for? Like during the brain freeze today. It's like having respect of persons, right? These people who are in high places who are sinners are there because people have respect of persons. They respect our oppressors and our enemies. So they give them high places within our society. They respect those who respect them, so they also give them these places. But that most times given to these people too, right? Because you don't want to listen. We have refused to listen. What we have done as a people. There's not nothing. There's not nothing new, right? When you get to this part in Jeremiah, just know we've gone through many captivities, right? Many. You know what I'm saying? You look at come out of Egypt. As soon as we get out of Egypt, right, we're waiting for Moses. What's the first thing we do? We build a golden calf. Why? Because we knew what the golden calf was. We know that the golden calf was a deity that represented a goddess in Egypt. So we built things that we know that these people worship, because some of our people were in there doing wrong too. So we fall back into these things of these people that we find familiar because it's easier. You know what I'm saying? We fall into sin and do what these other nations do because it's much easier than following the laws of the Most High. Even though the Lord said that his commandments are not grievous. It's not hard. It's not hard to not eat pork. It's not hard to eat shrimp, crab, and lobster. It's not hard to not sleep with your brother's woman. These are not hard things to do. They're really not. You know what I'm saying? Keeping the Sabbath is not a hard thing to do. It's not. But in our captivity, these are hard things to do. Why? Because they put pork in a lot of things. Further, they put pork enzymes in toothpaste. You know what I'm saying? Chips. Certain ramen noodle packs got pork in it. Even if it's not pork flavored, the powder might have a mixture of pork in it. So this place makes it harder for us, but it's not hard. And also hard for you because you see what everybody else can get to do. Everybody else can do what they want to do. They can eat the pork, crab, and lobster. You know what I'm saying? And they tell you all the time that this is good, it's tasty. And you see, it'd be told all the time you can sleep with somebody's woman. Rappers do it all the time. Yeah, man, I slept with your woman. You know what I'm saying? It's to try to insult a brother to see what they woman, but you know what I'm saying? That's kind of it's kind of like it's like a alternative lifestyle way of doing things. Because if I was just inside a woman last night, why would you want to be there? You know what I'm saying? Why I think that's the place that you need to be at? Why do you want to put your rod the same place I put mine? You know what I'm saying? There's something inherently wrong with that. Brothers don't see it because we've been taught in this society that's okay. The society, where people have orgies, people would do things like that. They're saying, for those that don't know, that's where like Christmas comes from. Christmas comes from Saturnalia, and a part of Saturnalia was having an orgy. So you think about celebrating Christmas again. Remember that fact that let's just celebrate a day in which people were in the room and were naked together, having sex. Men with men, women with women, intermingling. That's how that was. All right, so that's one of the true origins of Christmas. Jesus wasn't born on December 25th either. There is no dates in the Bible that give that to be so. If anything, is more so pointing that he was probably born in the spring, closer to around Passover, and probably close to around Passover. Right? So again, this is a theories to the date because we know that Joseph had to go back to his hometown for his census. The Romans did their census in the spring. For those who don't know, that's why I know Joseph had to go back to Bethel. He had to go back for the census because that's where his forefathers were from. That's part of the census. That's knowledge for those who don't know. That's what they did. That's how we can kind of guess the time frame where Christ was born in, which if the spring, that means it's not winter. Right, he was not born in December 25th. They say that because they had to bring these other heathens into Christianity for them to serve them under That, guys, was to bring in some that they already knew. They already knew Christmas. They already knew December 25th. All I had to do was say, hey, our guy has the same, your guy has the same birthday as. It's the same thing, see? And then people are like, oh, it's the same thing? Yeah, it's the same thing. These were the same day, so that means they're all the same. Well, it's not. You know, anybody that's a theologian, not even theologian, but anybody who reads the Bible and has studied it can tell you that that's not true. A lot of your pastors know it's not true. So I've talked with pastors, I've know brothers who talk with pastors who know that Jesus wasn't born December 25th and only uphold Christmas because it's to appease their church members. Because they know if they don't do it, they'll lose their church and all their money. Here in ISUPK, we don't care about that. We care about what the Most High wants, right? The Most High wants is obedience. That means we don't celebrate birthdays around here. We don't celebrate Christmas. They're saying, Most High says, you don't deck in the forest, take it to your home and deck it with gold and silver. Folks don't know about Christmas. What else do you do with Christmas? You take a tree, you put it in your home, and you deck it with gold and silver. Now I got all the kind of colors now. Now you would use green and red. Got the little ornament balls you put on there. You put a star at the top. None of that, none of all that is against the Most High. He doesn't sanction none of that. Doesn't sanction birthdays. He's talking about you celebrate Christ's birthday. It's for the kids. Most High don't care about your birthday. You're young, you're old, he do not care. You're here, now, turn to serve him. You know what I'm saying? What's more important is what you do on this earth. That's what's more important than your birthday. Birthdays do not matter. You won't find a scripture where Christ said, hey, make sure not after I pass away, make sure you keep my birthday every year. You don't see it. You won't find it. That's not a commandment nowhere. You think it's like 2 times you find birthdays being celebrated in the book, in the Bible, but guess what? It's always heathens celebrating their birthdays. It's never an Israelite. Going back, it said those are people that they put in our high place, people that are beneath us, that are lower than us. Go to verse 4, and thou, even thyself, shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. Right? What's our heritage? Our heritage is your language, right? It's your culture. You know what I'm saying? It's just your art, your music. It's saying your way of being. You know what I'm saying? The land that you have. That's your heritage. We've forgotten our language. We have forgotten our culture. We forgot that in this book right here, the Bible, that we are the people of this book. We are the descendants of these people. This is our book. This is our history book. This is our knowledge and our wisdom. That passed down from our ancestors from one generation to the next generation. The Bible says to seek ye out the old ways, not the new ways. The new ways don't work. The new ways tell you to get drunk and to get high. That's the new ways teach. The new ways teach you to for a woman to sleep with all these different men, as a man and sleep with all these different, sleep with your brother's woman. The new way teach you, hey, as a brother, you can sleep with this woman, then be done with her, and you throw her away. That's the new ways of today's world. The Bible says, seek out the old ways. Why? Because these new ways don't work for our people. You don't believe it? Look at our people now. Look at our divorce rates. You know what I'm saying? Look at our broken homes. You know what I'm saying? Look how we are. Look at the stereotypes of our people. You know what I'm saying? Even though statistically, black men are shown to be more involved fathers than other races of people, we're still known as deadbeat fathers. We're still known as that. We become a byword for such things. To a point where you ain't heard, Japan has said Japan wants black men from America to come to Japan to impregnate their women because Japan is on a population decline because their young people are not having sex. There are more depends in the grocery store than diapers. But for those who know what depends are the old people diapers. I mean, there are more old people than young people in Japan. because the people are not having sex. The people are not reproducing, and they think that by getting black men to come there, they know one thing about black people and black men, that we gonna have some babies. You know what I'm saying? Black men is fertile beyond belief, right? You know what I'm saying? That's just an Israelite thing, especially if you're from the tribe of East from Issachar. So no, East from Issachar, no, they'll have babies. As you turn around, you know, there's another baby right there that popped up. You know what I mean? That's just how they roll. They know black people have babies easily. You know that black men are very fertile men. So they think by going over there to impregnate women, they'll increase their population, not knowing all they're doing is furthering Israel. Because those would be considered black babies. Not gonna be considered Japanese, though. Considered Japanese citizens because they live in Japan. But at the end of the day, those will be our children. They'll be black children at the end of the day. But that's what the word thinks. They think that we're just sex objects. What it eventually boils down to. They want it because we can better their people without knowledge. They want us over there because their women needs babies. And they know that black men have sex a lot. Black men are deadbeat dads, so they come over there and impregnate their women. They can boot them out the country afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Things like that about we're Bible. That's why we don't have our heritage anymore. That's why we're things so lowly of. And I will cause you to serve thine enemies in the land which thou knowest not. Now, we know that this land once belonged to Native Americans, right? The Native Americans are either of the tribe of Gad or Reuben. But this land is nowhere near what their ancestors knew, right? It's nothing like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? If you're a Judah, right? You were brought from the west coast of Africa by people whose tongue you did not know. You know what I'm saying? Who were forced over here and made to learn their ways. You remember, if you speak English, you only speak English because the white man forced you. If you speak Spanish, you only speak Spanish because the Spanish forced you. Get a Fox, yeah, a Taffer. Yes,
No, so it's all this.
like a blue or like a crimson in a closet. Right. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you speak Spanish, you only speak Spanish. You're gonna speak Spanish because the Spaniards conquered you. Same thing, you speak Portuguese, whatever language that you're speaking, because those people conquered you. They made you fortunate to learn their language. None of that, but they took over the land. The land is no longer what they once knew, right? Do you think Mount Rushmore was there when the Native Americans was here? No. When the white man our oppressor went there, he carved out faces into the mountains. Put his face there. Put their descendants, put their ancestors in the face of the mountains on a reservation. Which I didn't know that at first. I didn't know that where Mount Rushmore is a Native American reservation. Where Mount Rushmore is. Yeah, he put on a reservation land without permission. You're supposed to get permission for the natives before you're supposed to do something like that. The same thing, if you're down here in Arizona, right? They have the observatory. Not KidSat, things. I can't remember the name of it, but it was all Native American ground. Why? Because it was high. The mountain was high enough, and it was able to. There was no lights, so it was a good place for observing the stars. And it was there for about maybe 30 so years, I believe. Maybe longer than that. And since they weren't hiring a lot of natives, and they was on native land, I believe it was recently, I think it was a few years ago, was shut down because the white men did not uphold their end of the bargain. So now what was there was supposed to be, because I think the whole point of them having that observation there was the natives would get first in line and being hired to work there, and they weren't doing what they were doing. So if that white man did what he did, he would have never put his faces in that mountain at Rushmore. Right? But like I said, we serve these people, you know what I'm saying? what I'm saying, if you're Native American, if you're Native, if you're Mexican, but when I say Mexican, I'm not talking about Los Indios. You know what I'm saying? Not the Spaniards. You know what I'm saying? Not the that came over here, not the Portuguese that came over here, but those who people are the Indians that were here first. You know what I'm saying? What's it going to get that again? If you're the Spanish, right? Your people were here first, but you served slavery under these people. You were forced in the fields. You were the first of the transatlantic slave trade. You went to Spain and to Portugal to serve them over there. You know what I'm saying? Just like we were brought from West Coast of Africa over here to serve, you know what I'm saying, the Spaniards, we served the British and the French, you know what I'm saying, and the Portuguese and the Italians. You know what I'm saying? All of them, we served them all over here. That's you know what I'm saying. But don't keep going in and out. But don't fret. We'll have to endure these things because we were disobedient children. But those times, you know, what I'm saying, are definitely coming to an end, and they're coming to an end sooner than rather than later. And just more precepts on that, we're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. For those who know, this is like we're about to delve into some of like the milk scriptures right now. Huh? We're in the 28th chapter of Deuteronomy. Going to Deuteronomy. It's after Numbers. It's in the beginning. Yeah. All right, what is this? I'll wait for y'all to get there. The 28th chapter. Yeah, so we're gonna get some precepts to go what we just read right over there in Jeremiah. You know what I'm saying? So first let's get over some things that would happen to it that did happen, but these things are going to happen again pretty soon, right? So we start Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day. Right? So remember, this is Moses talking to the children of Israel. He's telling the Israelites, if you hearken unto these laws that I'm giving to you for all your days, these things that will happen to you. That the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth. Now I don't know if you know, but this don't sound like equality to me. It don't sound like we're all the same people. As Israelites, if we do what the Most High says, we'll be above all people on the face of the earth. And for a time under David, under Solomon, we had that. To a point now, people think that Solomon, was make believe. They think that David was make believe. They think that the whole Bible is make believe. Even though there was a tablet found in China that talked about them at one point conquering the house of David. Not only that, but we're also referring to the ancestors as Moab. These tablets that the earth gave up, so that all it does is confirms what we always said, what the Bible always says. That the house of David was not something that was fake. The house of David, it was real. David was a real man. His descendants were real people. You know what I'm saying? Solomon, was a real man. You know what I'm saying, but they say these days that that Solomon didn't really exist, or they got different myths about Solomon that's just nowhere in the Bible to be found. Same thing about King David. You know what I'm saying? They can do these things because we've left our heritage. We were no longer there to say that no, that's not true, that's fake. Everybody else has that ability. You say something about the Japanese was not true or false. They're there to defend their history. Say no, this is what our history said. This was true. We haven't been there for that. Because we go to verse 15, we'll see why. We stayed on high. Nobody can never question it. We'd be on top. Everything we would say would be it. That's not the case right now. We dropped down to verse 15, right, of the same chapter. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee. Well, the curses aren't spooky things, right? The curses just means punishments. These punishments will come upon us, right? These curses will stay on us forever and ever. Not forever and ever. As long as we continue to do wrong and to not listen to the Most High, these curses will continue over and over and over again. And best believe they happen over and over and over again. This is not our first captivity, but let's be sure this is the last captivity that we're going to be in. If you want the highest state in the Most High's kingdom, this is the time to get right now. You know what I'm saying? It's a time for you to turn back to the Most High. To turn back to the way that he set for us. Right, we're going to jump down to verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment, a proverb, and a byword among all nations, whither the Lord shall lead thee. So what I said earlier, right, is that Japan, right, they want us to come over there because they want us to impregnate their women. Why do they want that? That's what we are nowadays. We are just seen as deadbeat dads. We're seen as sex objects. You know what I'm saying? That's all we're seen as. We're seen as deadbeat father. Being a deadbeat is a byword, right? You know what I'm saying? Being a I don't want the thing to get, but whatever racial slur you can think about for blacks, Hispanics, and Americans, those are our bywords these days. That's not the real name. Your name itself can become a byword. Let's look at Diddy. What people say now? Man, no Diddy. It used to be what? It used to be no homo, right? Right. Now it's no Diddy. They call this man the Diddler. You know what I'm saying? His reputation is sunken so low. That's what this is right here. To become an astonishment and a proverb. Our reputation as a people have sunken so low that we are a byword to people. We are people look to look at and say, don't be like those people. I was in Tucson. I worked with this Hamite, right, in security. You know what he told me when he came over he was from Kenya. He told me they came over from Kenya, and they were sitting over there, and they came to America, and they were sitting in customs. They showed them a video. And the video was telling them where it's good to go, where it's not good to go. And they made sure to show them all the oppressed, the white people in nice clothes, and let them know that these are the people that you can be around. These are the good people. But when they showed black people and Hispanic, they said, don't be around these people. These are evil and bad people. That's told about you when foreigners come over here. They're told off rip that these are the bad people. Stay away from them. They're saying, not knowing that we're the bad people, but the white man, the one that they went ahead and enslaved us for 400 years, he's the one that whipped us and burned us alive. And you said, sis, on those pictures, you see the pictures of us being hung and burnt alive. You see pictures of us on the field right there, hangings and things like that, being on the ground, the white man on top of horses. That's not supposed to be our position at all. Our position is supposed to be on top. You know what I'm saying? It says in Ezra, right, that he sees princes on foot and the servants on horses. Our position in this world has switched. We are on the bottom. We're supposed to be on the top. The so-called white man in the press, he's supposed to be in the servant. He's supposed to be the one we're supposed to lead through on the horses. That's supposed to be his role, not ours. You know what I'm saying? But because we have been disobedient children, this is where we have ended up at, on the bottom. We ended up where people can burn us and hang us. People can, get horses and tie up one end and pull you. They paint the horses until the horses pull you apart. Those are things that happen. Those are things that we were gruesomely unalived. You know what I'm saying? So when they say that we're the evil people, no, we're not. We are the people. People say that black people have a victim mentality. How can you say it's a bad thing when in this country all we've been done has been victimized? As hard as we fight, we fight through it all. Our so-called oppressor would never stop hunting us. It's the way it says that our oppressors hunt our steps. We cannot go in our streets. You know what I'm saying? You can't even sleep in your home without them going to the wrong house on a warrant and you being shot in your sleep. Or you're at the house with your nephew and you hear a sound at the window. You go to your window, you're shot through the window. You're a young man and they have a false warrant for the wrong apartment. You wake up because you possess a legal firearm, you're shot dead before you can even realize what's going on around you. But we're the evil ones. Whenever they face us, they say that they fear for their lives. But you're the one with the gun. You have a gun, you have a taser, you have a nightstick. You're the one with all the weapons. I've seen an officer on video, a man running away, shoot him dead, get to him and says, "Oh, the subject had a weapon." I've seen no how bad it is. No, just let me tell you how bad these Edomites are these days, because they get away with so much that they start to use the same tactics on their own people. I've seen a video of a old Edomite. You know what I'm saying? For those that know, Edomites are the biblical name for our oppressors, for the Caucasians, right? So I saw a video of an old Edomite in a motorized wheelchair in Tucson, who they told him to leave the Walmart. They called the police on him because he didn't want to leave. At some point he left. The Edomite police officer come to confront him. The old Edomite had a knife in his hand. He's going to go back inside the Walmart. As he's in this motorized, slow-moving wheelchair, he's heading back to the Walmart, knife in hand. The cop is all officers telling the dispatch that he's pursuing a suspect. It doesn't say that the suspect is in a wheelchair and old. Now, then again, that's the same type he uses on us all the time. It doesn't say anything about the condition of this suspect. And then as soon as help arrives, he guns down the old Edomite. Now, in school, you know what I'm saying? Well, the point starts now about not to give sympathy to the old Edomite. They're saying that this oppressor is so cruel. He will use the same tactic he uses on us. He will use on his own people because he has a bloodlust like none other. Bible says because thou did not hate blood shall pursue thee. These are people who have no problems with unaliving people, no matter who they are. You know what I'm saying? Let's not forget, Japanese don't like us as black people. Why? Because of the propaganda that the U.S. has put out against us. But it was the white man's orders that dropped bombs on their country. Remember that. We're hated. But when's the last time you seen a black man, you know what I'm saying, drop a nuclear bomb on the country? We don't really have that many black pilots in the Air Force or in the Navy, for that matter. Majority of the pilots are Caucasians, are Edomites. But we're so hated, though. But we ain't bombed nobody. You know what I'm saying? We ain't burnt down the cities. They say when we have a riot because of police brutality that we're being evil, that we're doing wrong. We're breaking into our own buildings and burning down our own buildings and ruining our own community. But that's out of oppression. You know what I'm saying? That's out of built up anger and sadness. That's where that comes from. But on the other hand, the Edomites were burn down their city over their favorite team winning a basketball game or a hockey game. Whatever kind of sports it is, they'll get mad, they'll get angry and burn down their city and tear people cars and and throw bricks into stores because they're happy their favorite team won. Now, how is that not? You know what I'm saying? How is that not worse? You know what I'm saying? Salvation isn't for people who don't need saving, right? Matter of fact, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna keep going because I don't got too much time. We're gonna jump down to verse 48. Right? Verse Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send thee, which shall send it's like, therefore thou shalt serve thine enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee, in hunger, and in thirst, and in nakedness, and in want of all things. He shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. Right? So for those that don't know, right? Even if you own a business in this country, you know what I'm saying? Everything you need for that business, you get through our oppressor. Right? You want to make a clothing store? We'll make your own clothing line. Guess we have to get the fragment. Fuck, I can't talk today. Let's get the fragments. Fuck it. You get the clothing stuff for, right? All these, right? The stuff to make the shirts, to make your pants, to make your shoes, to make your boots, whatever, right? You get all that from the oppressor. You want your food. You know what I'm saying? We have food deserts because companies like Walmart have come through because Walmart tend to lowball, you know what I'm saying, the local grocery stores out of business. That's how I end up with so-called with food desert, where it's like hard to get food when you got only a select few places to get food from. You know what I'm saying? And thirst, you know what I'm saying, water, thirst, hunger. All these things, you know, so you have to get from the oppressor, right? You have to get through because of the oppressor, because of the condition that we're in today. And once again, he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck. If you type in your Google search, yoke of iron, you'll see a slave man with a collar around his neck with 4 bars coming out of each side. That's the yoke of iron. That yoke was put so that they can transport you as people. They'll hook you to the next person that was in front and behind you, or to the side of you. What was that? That's that you couldn't run away. And then what's that? So that again, until he have destroyed thee. That means that at this point now, you don't no longer need the physical yoke around your neck now. It's not mental. It's all up here now. It's all spiritual. You've given yourself to our oppressor. Here in ISUPK, right? Our job is to break that yoke from off your neck. It's to break that off so you can be a free man again. Because here in ISUPK, we are free men. You know what I'm saying? The things that we say, that we go out in the street corners and say, things that we say on this internet that get a lot of our pages banned and taken down, and shadow banned and all that stuff like that. They don't want our people to hear. Right? They don't want you to think beyond what they want you to know. When you're in the UPK, right, and you speak certain things, other people look at you weird, like you're just different. Because we are different. If you don't eat pork, shrimp, crabs, and lobster, you know what I'm saying? You're like, what? You don't eat that. So when you tell somebody that chitlin is slave food, we ain't gotta eat that stuff no more. Leave that alone. That's pig intestine. That's literally pig doodle that you're eating. They're like, see, man, you don't know what you're talking about. Just kick it this way and do it this way. You won't have to smell that smell again. The smell is not the problem. It's where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? That you're eating an animal digestive tract. that literally turns the food into doo-doo, right? Doo-doo is all the excrement that your body don't need, so it pushes it out like that in that clump. That's what they want you to continue to eat. They said this is what our people ate It's slavery, yes, because we didn't have a choice then. That's what our oppressors gave us to eat. So we made the most out of nothing. Guess what? That you're right upon the people next that still want to eat that, it's still there. It's still physical. They're still holding on to that. You don't have to hold on to that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Guess what? You got better, healthier options out here to eat. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to continue eating unhealthy things, eating things that are against the Most High. All right? But we're going to do a couple more precepts. We're going to finish out this chapter, right? We're going to go to Deuteronomy 32, right? We'll go to verse 26. All right, so it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 32, verse 26. I said, I will scatter them into corners. I will make the remembrance of them to cease from among men. The Most High did what he said he's going to do. We have been scattered as a people. You know, we're not just here in the United States, right? The United States. We're in North, Central, and South America. We're over in Africa. We're over in Europe. We're over in Russia. We're over in all the Asiatic countries, right? Why? Because the Most High said we are scattered among everybody. But people don't even know who we are, though. What's the term they give us? What they call us most of these days? Negroids. One term they want to call us. And then they say Negro. They like the compounders with the Hamites, right? Think about this. What is your history? Think about the black man in this country. What is your history? Think about this. What is your history before slavery? What is that? What is the Taino history before slavery? What about the Aztecs? We know so little about what they were, what they did before then. You know what I'm saying? A lot of that was destroyed. You know what I'm saying? The one of our, I catch us in school. The captain, he had a special 12 tribe chart special. We break down the 12 tribes of Israel. You know that he points out how the historians, I can't remember the exact name of the historians, right? Which museum it was, but they have orders to where if you find certain artifacts over here that could link them to Israel, those are to be destroyed or hidden. Think about all the hidden knowledge that the Vatican has. So you don't know the Vatican has. There's a picture of a pope and one of his bishops who are kneeling and praying in front of a black Madonna and baby Jesus. You don't know Madonna is what they call Mary, right? They get that from Egypt. That's the mother and the son. They get that from Egypt. But what they're showing, they in the front they show you a white image, but in the back they're praying to a black image. That don't tell you something up. something is wrong. Listen, we have been ceased to be known who we were. It's the reason why I know some people can say that Israel wasn't a real place, or the Israelites weren't real people. We're here, we're right here, but the knowledge of who you were has been stolen from us and been taken away from the world to know. So the Most High said that He would bless them that bless us and curse them that curse us. Best believe that this country is cursed because this country doesn't but curses. And now they'll have their time. Let's just say we're going to continue. Let's go back to Jeremiah. Back to Jeremiah 17. So, getting back to Jeremiah 17, we're going to continue in the 5th verse. Thus said the Lord, cursed be the man that trusteth in man, and maketh flesh his arm. and whose heart departed from the Lord. For he shall be like the heat in the desert, and shall not see when the good cometh, but shall inhabit the parched places in the wilderness, in a salt land and not inhabited. Blessed is the man that trusteth in the Lord, and whose hope is the Lord. So all it says in a nutshell is that you're not supposed to trust in man, right? When you trust in a man, right, you can be let down. Listen, sometimes you can be blinded on the things that are to come. You can't trust your pastors, you know what I'm saying, your imams, you know what I'm saying, anything else. That anybody that don't teach you this Bible properly, you can't trust in them. Why? Because they've led you astray. Some of you don't even see at the time, the end times is near, that the time is coming close to an end. You don't see it. You're blinded by these people who tell you that as long as you pay the pastor, more than 10% of your tithe, you know what I'm saying, you'll live a good life. That so to give everything you have, saying the Most High will bless you. Most High didn't say that. The Most High requires from you your tithing, which is 10% of your increase. And then not only that, but then you have an offering, right? Which isn't mandatory. An offering is what you choose to give. But a tithe is mandatory, right? But as I said, that your pastor will lie to you. The pastor will tell you that all the laws are done away with. Christ came, and Christ did away with all the laws. But the church still wants you to tithe to them, though. If that's the case, then the church shouldn't require a tithe from you, because a tithe is from the old laws. You shouldn't be doing it. A church should never ask you for tithing. They should never pass on a collection plate. First off, that's not how it's supposed to go. You get paid, you take 10% of what you're paid, and you give it to the Most High. Say you have sheep, right? Take 10. Like say you had a nice boom of sheep. You know what I'm saying? They had the kids. These kids are now grown. 10% of those lambs supposed to go to the Most High. Who the most supposed to go to? Supposed to go to the priest. That's what it goes to. The priest will sort them and distribute that accordingly. You know what I'm saying? That's how it's supposed to go. But your pastor don't do that. Your pastor, you pay your you get paid $1,300 a week, right? They want you to pay at least $900 of that. You know what I'm saying? They be like, listen, I've been joking. They say like, I know some of y'all. I know the Bible says 10%, but I know you got some more in your pockets. Why are you counting my pockets? That's like, who told you to do that? You should have that. I'm giving you $1 in this church, because you told me the laws are done away with. That means you don't deserve a tithing. Because tithing is old laws. But here in ISUPK, we tell you that's not true. That's not the case. I'm saying you are to follow all the laws of the Most High. That includes giving tithes, right? You know what I'm saying? But if you trust in men, you end up with people who end up with nothing in life later on. Tell me this: you go to a mega church, right? I've been to one in the New Baptist Church in Atlanta. I went there when I was in high school. I went there, right? You know what I saw? Going to that church was the broken down neighborhood before you get there. You go to this nice built mega church with all the top bishops and deacons, and the pastor had all the most expensive fancy cars you could think of. But the people were in hoopties. People were in broken down cars. Why? They got the money. They got the money to fix their cars because they gave it to the pastor. These are people that you can't trust. You can't trust in. These are people when we tell them that the time is coming near where you can't listen to people no more. You got to listen to the Most High. Most High is showing signs. COVID-19 was a sign. You know what I'm saying? That was a sign that what's to come. You know what I'm saying? You don't think COVID-19 wasn't for the Most High? It shut down the world. There are videos of just empty streets, no cars running. You know what I'm saying? New York City, California, the places where like the hustle and bustle, busy streets, where it's like traffic, where it's like car on a bumper of each car. Nothing, nobody in the streets. Why? You think that's just coincidence? Just because this virus came? No, somebody said, "Oh, the virus came from China." I don't care where it came from. The Most High made sure that virus came. That's what I'm saying. All these things that are come, the famines, the plagues, you know what I'm saying, the wars that are happening. Listen, you think it's a question that the Iranian prime minister and the Iranian prime minister passed away in that helicopter crash? No, the Most High and his angels are steering things to where they need to be. World War III is around the corner. Do you think about it? Like a couple years ago, China and Russia both tried the U.S. Navy out there in open waters. You think that was accident? They're testing us. They're testing not us, Slovakia. They're testing the U.S. They're pushing. Listen, North Korea is testing missiles that could reach the U.S. from there. Listen, U.S. is testing and getting together a railgun. You don't know what a railgun is? A railgun is a giant magnetic gun that shoots a metal fragment at, I think, like Mach 5. That's like 5 times the speed of sound. That is tearing through metal, through buildings. They got these things up and ready. They've got laser guns that they're testing out and getting ready to deploy. Everything is laying up where it's supposed to go. All these countries are getting these weapons that they're supposed to have because the war is coming. They're going to fight amongst each other, and at a certain point, guess what they're going to do with those weapons that they've worked so hard for? When Christ and his angels come, they crack that sky, they're going to turn those weapons against Christ and the angels. They're not going to do much. It's not Independence Day, right? You're not going to go up into some big hole in the ship that's going to beam down to destroy something. You can think you'll fly up and destroy the ship. It's not that, right? The oppressors want you to think that it's going to be like Independence Day. That's why he make all these sci-fi movies where aliens come down so technologically advanced that we can just find simple things to destroy them. This is not that at all. You know what I'm saying? When Christ and angels come, that's it. You know what I'm saying? This earth is done. This earth is done for. As you know, it says in the Apocrypha, right? For the end of the world, for Edom, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So what does that supposed to mean? That means that Esau is in rulership at the end. Esau is our oppressor. Esau was Edom's name before his name was changed. Esau was the Edomite's name before it's changed to Edom. Right? Because he ate the red porch. Edom just means red in Hebrew. Right? So Esau is the end of the world. That means that at the time when the end of the world comes, this people will be at the top. It says Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. It means what? After those people have declined, and they're gone, our people will be on top. You know what I'm saying? That's nothing new in the Bible, right? It says that same thing in Jeremiah, the 14th chapter. All right, so continue reading. That was all the 7th chapter, but let me see you real quick. I'm gonna jump down. I want that to be the last thing. Go to Proverbs, the 20th chapter, real quick. Then it'll be the last scripture that we'll close out from there. Right. Oh, so remember that. Remember to put all your trust in the Most High, right? And how you put that trust in the Most High, you also do that by following His law, statute, and His commandments, right? That's how you put your trust in the Most High. Trust in His Word. Trust in His Bible. The Bible was given to us so that we can know the times that are to come. we can know about our past. We know what we need to do to prepare for our future. Right? So that's that way you're not blindsided. Now, so when the day of the Lord comes, read the book of Amos in the 5th chapter. It says, in the 5th chapter, I think it's around verse 20. Might be wrong on that one, but Amos 5th chapter says that the day of the Lord is as darkness. Why? Because there'll be so much destruction that's going on when that time comes. But if you trust in the Most High, right, you make your election sure, do everything you're supposed to do, right? That when the time comes, you will be Yeah, we just going. I don't know if that is. We're gonna just ban this person. That's a wild statement to even make. Yeah, you're not gonna even saying that. But yeah, yeah. So you want to make sure you put your trust in the Most High. One way you put your trust in the Most High is say you get into the Bible, you get into His Word, you get into His laws. And saying you put your brick in, man. Like saying even if you feel like you don't want to be part of the school, and say you are watching from a class online, pay your tithes. At least do that. Pay your tithes, man, to Penn Junior Honda, who has helped a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? Not just people that are in school, but people who are outside the school too. You know what I'm saying? Be people who know who don't just do food drives don't just do food drives and clothes drives during holiday seasons when it's done all year round. You know what I'm saying? We did it here. We'll get back to it here in Arizona too. We got schools throughout the whole country, you know what I'm saying, that they do food drives. They do expungement drives where they expunge. They have people that have gotten degrees that help you expunge your record. You know what I'm saying? We got people who have men and women here who are nurses who have done health drives so you can get a health checkup, and then so you can take that to your PCP, and they can continue further with you from there, so you know where you're at. I'm saying our school does things like that. We get certain schools, they do they have GED programs. You know what I'm saying? There's just so many things that the school does that for help you. That's not just once, a couple times throughout the year. Listen, when we was doing food drive, we was told by the people there that they're happy because they saw us all the time. But certain people, like let's say for I think it was either Thanksgiving or Christmas, right? I think it was Thanksgiving. We were out there passing out food for the homeless because we did it every weekend, every Saturday. You know who we saw on Thanksgiving weekend? Who we didn't see that there weeks prior? We saw the nation of Israel, and we saw Christians, both of whom are never out there, you know what I'm saying, at any other time. Because it's a holiday season, right? That time of year is a holiday season. Now they want to come out like on Thanksgiving and Christmas to bring food to the homeless. Those people need food every year. There, you know what I'm saying, we have videos of white people in other countries, like other cities, right? Other states, who have said to say that they appreciate the school because we are out there every week to give food to the people, to give clothes to them. We was getting barrels of clothes and shipping them to Haiti and to Jamaica. That's what our people do, right? And so let me get to Proverbs, right? The book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 26. He that trusteth in his own heart is a fool. Right? You can't believe your own heart. In this case, the heart is just a metaphor for your mind. Trusting your own mind, you're a fool. Your own mind has led you astray all your life. You're saying things you thought that was good, turned out to be bad for you. You've made horrible decisions in your past. I'm not just saying that about you watching, right? Listen, I've made bad mistakes. We all have made terrible mistakes. We all have made terrible decisions. But guess what? Why is that? Because you trusted in your own mind, trusted in your own heart. You thought that you knew better. At the time, you didn't know better. It is good to have somebody over you that knows better. The Most High knows more than you. So he that trusts in his own heart is a fool. But he that putteth his trust in the Lord shall be made fat. Was made fat means to be made full, right? To be made rich in the spirit of the Most High, right? You have great understanding, great wisdom, what you'll have. You know what I'm saying? If you're that's what it means to be made fat. Yes, and that fat is an actual fat, but you'll have a lot of understanding, you have a lot of wisdom. Now that's what that means. That's what we can put our trust in. We can't put our trust in ourselves. We can't put our trust in regular people. You know what I'm saying? You put your trust in the Most High. Put your trust in this Bible first and foremost. Right? You say yeah, that's going to be the end of the class. Well, yes, we're gonna rock it from there. Dropping from there. It's like I'm at a brain freeze today. So yeah, we're gonna close out with that, right? So once again, you know what I'm saying, Israel, we are the way we are because we have to put our trust in men. We put our trust in men that are fallible, right? We put our trust in men who do not obey the laws of the Most High, who would rather give themselves to our oppressors, rather give themselves, saying, to the ways, to the new ways, who don't seek out the old ways. I'm saying we have to strive, and work hard, saying, to make ourselves elite, to make our election short, because your election is not short, right? If I can take one thing, the pastor tells you all the time, the pastor says that you are saved, the pastor is lying to you. He has blinded you because you think that there's not a lot of Christians that teach that once saved, always saved. But Christ said, he that endureth to the end, he shall be saved. So as far as I'm concerned, until Christ comes back, until this nation in the world is destroyed and we're on top, you're not saved. You're not close to being saved. You have to make sure, you can be right at that last foot, right? Decide you want to eat pork, and that be the end of you. You know what I'm saying? As soon as they say to eat pork, Christ catches that sky, and guess what? You're no longer saved. Your time is up. At the bottom with everybody, at the bottom with our oppressors. That's not where you want to be at. All right. Let's say as we did in the beginning, we'll do it in the end. We're gonna close out with the prayers. So Elijah, we should stand. We point out Kadam is to turn the face to east. All right. Start with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabashemaya, Kodash, Hayah, Shemkat, Yahweh, Lakwakah, Taba'ah, Batazakah, Hayah, Aisha, Baratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashemaya, Batanawa, Nakam, Ka, Yuwam, Basalaknawa, Kabwatnawa, Kasalaknawa, Kabwathinawa, Wala'ah, Tawayanawa, what is I one? Ball, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kayak, Laka, Hamalakwa, Wa'ala, Wada Para, La'ai, Walanya, Aman. The Lord's praying in English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done, as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation. Deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So, Hakat, the power in the Hebrew. Yahweh. Bashem Yahushai, Baba Kasha, Thalanaw, Akat, Akat Larpa'ah, Makar, Makala, Wakar, Madawat, Akai, Latahar, Hamatazarayu, Akai, Lakwayam, Hamathim, Akai, Alakarwa, Hatama'ala, Nagar Shan, Bashim Yawashai, Tawada Aman. All right, in English, Yahweh, in the name Yahweh, He give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out. In the name of Yahweh, thank you, so be it. All right, God bless Israel in the Hebrew, Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh, Barak Lanawa, Wayasha'ar, Wahayab, Waha, Bayat, Saparium, Barak, Ba'ashem Yahweh, the water of man. All right, bless Israel in English. Lord, in the name of Yahweh, bless us in Israel and the school. In the name of it's like the name of Yahweh. Thank you, so be it. All right. Psalms 121. Psalms 129 in Hebrew. Asha'ah, Ayanya, Aharyam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'ayin, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Waratazah, Ayathan, Lamawat, Ragalka, Ayanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yashun, Shamar, Yasharala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazaka, Al-Yad, Yamrika, Wayamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Kaka, it's like it, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayala, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makar Rai, Yashamar, Athnapasta, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza Atka, Bawa'aka, Ma'ata, Wa'ai, Awalam. All right, Psalms 121 in English. I will lift up my eyes unto the hills. Whence cometh my help? Help coming from Yahweh, who made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. Sun shall not smite thee by day, but the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in, from this time forth, even forevermore. Right, Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Dam Yalakah, Takarash, Tashakwat, Kaya Hanai, Yabika, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Imaka, Yawayamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Aitazawa, Atatapawanika, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magaya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yashrala, Awada, Kaya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yakatwa, Ayaka, Baryath, Yakarathwa, Alahaya, Sagat, Ahaya, Adawam, Wayash Ma'alia, Nawa Abu, Wagaryum, Gabar, Waimawan, Waimalak, Palashah, I'm Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gum Asharor, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zerawa, Bayan Lawat, Salah, Aisha, Laham, Kamadin, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabian, Banakar, Koyashwan, Nashamatwan, Ba'ayan, Dara, Hayawa, Daman, La'adama, Shaitamwa, Nadah, Yatmawa, Ka Arab, because of Abba, because of Bak, because of Zar, Mana'ai, Ka, Nasaya Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nairashah, Nanawa, Ah, Na'awat, Allahaya, Allahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagagala, Kakwash, Panyaraka, Ka'ash, Taba'ira, the Ira, Wakala Haba, Talahat, Hawayam, Khan, Tharadatma, Basa Iraka, Babasa, Pathkin, Tabahalam, Malai, Palaham, Saka Panyaham, Palawan, Wayabakashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Wayabahawa, Ajai, Wayakaparwa, Wayabatwa, Wayadaiwa, Kayata, Shimka, Yahawa, Wabatka, Ayawan, Alka, Ha'aratazah. All right, Psalms 83 in English. Keep not thy silence, O God. Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult. They that hate thee have lifted up the head. They're taking captive counsel against thy people. You consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, let's cut them off from being a nation. The name of Yasharallah, there be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together. They have consulted together with one consent. They conferred against thee. The tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites, of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, and the inhabitants of Tyre. So also joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites. After Sisera, after Jabin, the book of Kassan, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Made the nobles like Oreb, and like Zeeb, yea, or the princes of Sabbath, and as Zamuna, who said, let's take to ourselves the houses of God in possession. Oh my God, make them like a wheel, as a stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, the flames set the mountains on fire, to persecute them with thy tempest, make them afraid with thy storm, fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Lord, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Let them put to shame and perish. That they may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high of all the earth. All right. It's the blessings in Hebrew. Barak atah Yahweh. Why Yahweh Shai? Why Micah Allah? Why Allah Hayim? The Zabi'ah, Alawap Yahana, Ha Alawapi, Ha Sarani, Kwatazayayim, Ka Yayim, Wak Wathim, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, the water of mine. All right, blessings in English. Bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commander General Yohanan, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, your name Yahweh Shai. Thank you, so be it. Somebody shove you. It's time to be seated. Brother, want to bless you today? Step forward. What it is? Name it? Okay, it's all right. So we're going to read the prayers. And I get to a certain point, I'm going to point at you and say your name 3 times and repeat it 3 times. All right. You stay with the brothers? You stand up? Yeah, because you attend his name. All right. The Baraka, Yahweh, Vayashamarka, Yar Yahweh, Panyawa, Aryaka, Wayakanka, Yash'ai, Yahweh, Panyawa, Aryaka, Wayashumnaka, Shalom, Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Barak, Mapa, Magun, Hagun,
Yawasa.
Yawasa,
Yawasa.
Yawasa,
Yawasa.
Yawasa.
Bless.
Bless,
Bless.
bless,
Bless.
bless. Bashim Yahweh the water of mine. Get us, brothers. All right, any sisters that want the anointing can step up. You want a blessing? You sure? All right. I got me stand. All right, so you know the call when I get to say your name 3 times. The Barakaka, Yahweh, Rashamarka, Yar Yahweh, Panyawa, Aryaka, Wayakanka, Yasha'ah, Yahweh, Panyawa, Aryaka, Wayashum, Wayashumlaka, Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Barak, Mapa, Magun, Hagun,
Rayana.
Rayana, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, throughout the month. Give it up for the sister. All right, so say it in English. Yahweh, bless thee and keep thee. Yahweh, make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. Yahweh, lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, bless, heal, shield, and protect. You know what I'm saying? The brothers and sisters. All right, you're gonna be seated, sisters. All right, so we're gonna start the class. We're gonna Israel Majum, Sabbath, Majum, Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai Barakatah. All right, give one place to the sisters. Sisters stand. Imagine. All right, so sis, you want to hold your hands like this. Right over left. There you go. All right, so the Israel Imagine. Imagine Shabbat. It's like Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Shamar Elatham by Hashem Yahweh Shai. Say Yahweh, Shamar, Elatham, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Right. What that means is Yahweh, bless the Yahweh, watch over you. All right, I'll get a breakdown later. All right, so that Sabbath service, I was supposed to say Yad Matah service is dismissed.